Hi. Oh, my stars. I had to do this all over again. Anyway, I'm Regina, and you, wherever you are you? I had chat room full, and I hope they all find me. Um, we wanted to talk about being kind today, and I've got one person here. So I hope that it all works out. Darn it. Anyway, I guess I screwed up when I was setting this up last night, and I needed to show some streaming platform, and I don't have one. I don't have the power to do that. I'm working on that, trying to get it all set up, but now everybody's gone. And oh, mercy. I don't have any idea. If I leave this now, I'll lose everybody. I got nobody. I don't know what the heck's going on. I don't know. Hopefully somebody will figure this out. Maybe I can get to it through my phone or something. But then I'm logged into Yeah, this isn't showing anything. Anyway, has anybody showed up yet? We have major technical difficulties, and somebody's starting to show up. We got two people here. Smile if you can hear me. Give me a shout out. Who's here? Casey. Yeah, it just completely screwed up. And hi. Oh, mercy. So we'll probably have a pretty small show today. I don't know what happened. It was all about streaming platforms and whatnot, and I can't use one. And so my inexperience. If it's just you and me, Casey, we'll get through. I hope there's three. Everybody's coming, hopefully. Yeah, technology can be problematic at times, and you know what? If I wouldn't wait until Tuesday night, Tuesday's a really busy day for me, and I had a therapist session. I try never to do it on Tuesday, and so after that, I didn't get over until 6 o'clock, and so then I like eat dinner, watch TV for a few minutes, just trying to relax because I've been roasting coffee all afternoon and watching the clock and all nervous about, doing what I do. And because I've forgotten the therapist before, and I didn't want her to, hey, Louise, and I'm kind of a pro bono with I didn't say that. I mean, I anyway, she has worked with me over time. And I mean, God, I've been going to her for 6 years now, and I've only failed her a couple of times. And I hate to make her sit there and wait after we have and it was kind of an odd day for me to do that. And so, I was nervous about it. And so then the night just got away from me, and it was 8:30, I think, when I started trying to build this live stream today, and then I started running into problems, and I had to redo it, and oh my stars. And then I got into this other morass, and I said, well, that doesn't look right. And I just thought, oh, it'll all be better tomorrow. Well, it wasn't. So I apologize, everyone. So Christy still hasn't made it back from the morass. Oh dear. Anyway, I'm Regina, and you are you. We'll just start over. This is Conversation with Regina. Please like and subscribe, and I'll try to do better in the future. I mean, stuff happens, technology happens, and I just got caught in the bizarre part of it. Oh, mercy. So like, subscribe, hit the notifications, and then you'll always know where I'm at that way, because I'm sure that you got a notification if you had your bell on. Oh, I hope you did. Gosh, I'm just like, I'm so bamboozled, confused, and just kind of out of sorts now, because this has all happened. And I wanted to have such a good show today because I wanted to talk about kindness. But first, let's give shout outs. Louise is in the house, so let's talk about Louise's channel. She does a lot of cool things, and it's always good to see her here. And oh, good. Trump supporters have taken over the Senate chamber. Oh, my stars. You gotta be kidding me. God, I hope we're not living in a dictatorship by this evening. What a bunch of sore losers. Anyway, Nam Myoho Renge Kyo. Discombobulated. That's what I am. I just don't know what to do right now. We're down to 3 people. We were up to 4 a minute ago. Hey, Merry Christmas, Casey. Thank you so much for all that you do. So anyway, we rapidly moving along. I think that I need to I think Marty's coming on this Sunday with another show. I'm not exactly sure what is happening there, but I believe that she's planning on Sunday, but I don't know what her show's about. See, Vintage Vanity has a very good YouTube channel, Diana Salome, and oh gosh, what are the rest on my list? Chloe Connection is the other one, and Brittany D. And if I'm missing anybody's YouTube channel that's listening, let me know, and I will be happy to talk about it. And here's our birthday girl. Sarah is in the room. Happy birthday, sweetie. Just a kid. So now show going. Um, Sarah's here, and I can start now. Um, anyway, oh, I am drinking the Columbia Patroness today, and it's one of my favorites that I currently have. But I won't be having it much longer as it's no longer available, and my coffee shipment is coming in this week sometime, and I think that I only have. I mean, I'll still have it for a while, but this is really a good cup. Nice, thick, rich coffee. Anyway, we're all starting to gather. So we lost Christy completely. Oh dear. Jessica found us, Louise found us, Casey found us, and Sarah found us, and I found us. You know. So anyway, I wanted to talk about being kind. I have found kindness to be the way it, really a good practice. And by being kind, not just to the people we know, I mean to everybody is what I've found really works nice. And sometimes it's just with the masks on, you smile behind that mask and it emanates out through your eyes, and so you say hello and be nice to people that you normally wouldn't, and to those around us, you're always kind and respectful, and it's so important. The Dalai Lama, when asked about what religion he belongs to, he always says the religion of kindness is his religion. So, we I don't think put enough stock into being kind and the way we treat other people, and kindness is just kindness. I had something to read out of this book today, so maybe that's what I need to do to get my thoughts back in order here, because I'm really struggling right now because of this technology glitch. And so this is from the Desmond Tutu and the Dalai Lama. And mostly this is like Desmond Tutu, Archbishop Tutu, talking. But I just found this to really not even be talking much about kindness, but it talks about giving, helping others, and compassion, and essentially that's what kindness is. So I'm going to read for a few minutes and let us all kind of connect. Ubuntu says, when you have a small piece of bread, it is for my benefit that I share it with you, because after all, none of us came into the world on our own. We needed two people to bring us into the world. And the Bible that we Jews and Christians share tells a beautiful story. God says it's not good for Adam to be alone. Well, he could have said, no, I'm sorry, he's not alone. I mean, there are trees, there are animals, and there are birds. How can you say he's alone? And you realize that in a very real sense, we're meant for a very profound complementarity. It is the nature of things. You don't have to be a believer in anything. I mean, I could not speak as I am speaking without having learned it from other human beings. I could not walk as a human being. I could not think as a human being except it from other human beings. I learned to be a human being from, whoops. I learned to be a human being from other human beings. We belong in this delicate network. It is actually quite profound. Unfortunately, in our world, we tend to be blind to our connection until times of great disaster. We find we start caring about people in Timbuktu, whom we never met and we probably never going to meet this side of death. And yet we pour out our hearts. We give resources to help them because we realize that we are bound up together. We are bound up and can be human only together. I was deeply moved by what the Archbishop was saying, yet I could hear the skepticism that some readers would have, that I had had. Most people do not walk around thinking about how they can help others. Whether we like it or not, most people are waking up in the morning wondering how they are going to manage to do their job, make enough money to pay the bills, and take care of their families and other responsibilities. Nice guys finish last is a phrase that speaks to our deep ambivalence about kindness and compassion in the West. Success in our society is measured by money, power, fame, and influence. These men had all of these except the first, but neither would go hungry. For spiritual leaders, ignoring money was fine. But what about for those who lived and died in the almighty marketplace? Most people are not aspiring to spiritual greatness or enlightenment, but to pay for their children's education and make it through retirement without running out of money. I chuckled at the memory of visiting the house of some friends outside of Las Vegas. It was a beautiful home, actually more like a Persian estate, with multiple buildings with fountains and flowing channels of water. It was reminiscent of the great structures of Islamic civilization. I was there for a discussion of the Archbishop's legacy, and when he arrived and witnessed the beauty and grandeur of the place, he had smiled and said cheekily, "I was wrong. I do want to be rich." As you just mentioned, the Dalai Lama added, getting quite animated, people think about money or fame or power from the point of view of one's own personal happiness. These are short-sighted. The reality, as the Archbishop mentioned, is that human beings are social animals. One individual, no matter how powerful, how clever, cannot survive without other human beings. So, the best way to fulfill your wishes, to reach your goals, is to help others to make friends. How do we create more friends? He now asks rhetorically. Trust. How do you develop trust? It's simple. You show your genuine sense of concern for their well being. Then trust will come. But if behind an artificial smile or a big banquet is a self centered attitude deep inside of you, then there will never be trust. If you're thinking how to exploit, how to take advantage of them, then you can never develop trust in others. Without trust, there is no friendship. We human beings are social animals, as we've said, and we need friends, genuine friends, friends for money, friends for power, or artificial friends. The Archbishop jumped in. This God is community, fellowship. Being created by this God, we are created in order to flourish, and we flourish in community. When we become self-centered, turning it on ourselves, as sure as anything, we're going to find one day a deep, deep, deep frustration. And that's enough of my reading. But I really like that. because it just shows what we have in this community, and the we have friendship, we have kindness, and I really think that that is what we need to expand this year, because of the division of our country, and so how do we change what's happened here? And I think on this level in my community, and on this level, being kind to each other is a good way to start. um you know oh so yeah, I see people are starting to show up now. Hi, Christy. Hi, Brianna. It's good to see you here. And hi, Teresa. How's things on your side of town, on the other side of the tracks? And Lou found us too. My apologies to everyone for having to create a new show at the last minute. Oh dear. So anyway, and so that's really kind of where I'm at. Start off 21 and just thinking about kindness and community, and doing what it takes to bring us all together, of one mindset in a lot of respects. You guys know how I really don't like to get into politics, and so I but our neighbors are amen, Teresa. Yeah, our neighbors are so important to us. So now I got a dead hearing aid battery. Too, and so I just I I just love the thought of working together, and when oh you know there's so much work that needs done. Hey, hey, thanks, Marty. Good to see you here. We've had some technical difficulties today, and I'm glad you found us. So, enjoy your break. Anyway, so let's get the big community, the ever-reaching community, because without each other, can you imagine what it would be like living in this world if we were the only person? I mean, it's kind of that way with the damn COVID. I ramble around in my house for days on end without ever seeing anybody except for on the computer screen. Thank God I talked to people, and it's, yeah, Hira. Hi, how are you doing? Yeah, the other site did not work. I set it up wrong. I don't know what happened. Long story, but we had to create another video, and everybody's finally finding us. And I'm glad you found us. I haven't seen you for a while. So welcome. And oh, mercy. So gosh, maybe instead of getting distracted by the chat room, I should just jump into the chat room now and quit repeating myself. And so I see Holly's here, and Christy's here, and Casey's here, and Sarah's here, and Yahira's here, and Teresa's here. And who else? Jessica Dean is here. So I think that's it. And Louise, don't forget Louise and Brianna. And I've already talked to them. So welcome. Welcome, welcome. Huh. Oh, you guys, fem has no size limit. Nice. Oh my gosh. So I'm just reading through the chat, see what I've missed. And so Brianna's just heading home from work. Cool. And Christy shows up. Yay. Yeah, that's really a nightmare. That's the kind of things that I wasn't sleeping well, worrying about today anyway. I lose sleep over little things like that. Oh, good, good, good. Oh. Oh, so anyway, it looks like we're all catching up. And oh, I forgot to say Lulu's here. Hey, sweetie. And okay, I think. Casey, it's just fine to be 5'11". We are what we are. I'm 6 foot. So, you know, my neighbor's 6'4". And she just towers over me. And you know, I did a salsa dance class one night, and it was so funny because I was so comfortable dancing with the tall guys, you know, that were either taller than me or not, but many of them were like at my shoulder, and it was a little unnerving. They were going to clock me. Oh my God. It was funny. Yeah, there is a lady that plays in my golf league that is taller than me. And you know, I always love it when we're playing together. So, oh, thanks, Lou. I think I got these from you, didn't I? So anyway, okay, I think we're caught up. So what do you guys think about being kind this year? And what is everybody going, me, Lulu? Oh, the 5'3". One thing about at 5'3" is you don't bump your head very often. Almost 2 meters. Yeah, though they are, Lou. They're pretty cool. Hey, share away, Brianna. Hey, cool. We're out there. Nice. Yes, that's what I like to hear. I'm the perfect height. I think whatever height we are, we're the perfect height. If we're like 7 foot tall, that might be a little tall. But you know, I'll take 6 foot and be happy that I get to live authentically. And that's really the important part. Hera, so glad you made it. I'm glad you found us. Sorry if it was difficult. Well, Brianna, invite him here too. You know, sometimes it's okay to not have an equality or a diversity center. Is friendships can do wonders, and we can you know help out in any way. So, oh, thanks, Shahira. Um, you don't know anybody female to male, Sarah? That's interesting. Oh my, life is really good. I'm all fired up about this new year and whatnot because I was pretty fired up at the end of last year, and so you know it all gets back to being kind to each other and just loving life and being grateful for what we have. You know, that's only on YouTube. Oh, thanks for reminding us about what's happening in the capital city, Marty. That's oh yes, loving kindness is a huge, huge thing. Wrathful compassion. So, what's the word wrathful mean? When you oh my God, now I've got to look this up. It's always so funny. So So we're supposed to be filled with angry compassion? Yeah, I don't get that, I guess. So angry kindness? Well, absolutely. Absolutely, Brianna. Oh gosh. So compassion is nice and God darn, having changed channels just completely blew me away. So I'm just like so discombobulated. It's funny. I always think it's funny when it's a Buddhist thing, is what you're saying about the wrathful compassion. So that's like being compassionate with force would be a better way of saying that, wouldn't it? Or when you stormed the chamber? Holly, I think there was a protest in Washington, D.C. during the electoral thing, and a bunch of protesters overtook the Senate chambers, is the way I understand it. Where is Regina Esmeralda? Sarah, I had a great amount of care and consideration for you until right then. I am Regina and you are you. There's no damn Esmeralda around here, because Esmeralda keeps popping in and out. And here, other than the fact that I had to restart my show, okay, if we transferred our anger into kindness, think on that power. Okay, sometimes skillful means are needed with kindness, like a temper tantrum child. True, true. Okay, I get the drift. I get the drift. Thank you all for helping me see the light, because it is so to be kind to those that are having the temper tantrum too. And hi, Jamie, how are you doing? And okay. Oh, Sarah, you're funny. Oh gosh. So what else is shaking around I'll tell you what, I am so so weird when I'm like trying to talk about something, and today I wasn't even really trying, it all happened before, but I get so discombobulated. A lot of times I used to like do quite a bit of speaking and do long hour-long talks. And if anybody would interrupt me for any little thing, I would be like screwed. I would like completely get out of being able to do that. And I seem to be having that issue today, because of like I was pretty focused on being kind and knew what I was going to say, and thought that I could talk it on out without having a planned speech or anything. And then the whole YouTube meltdown thing, and here I am, and I'm like struggling. And so here's my story. So this was my last professional fisheries presentation. And I am standing up in front of this room of about 100 fish biologists, and I am not the brightest bulb in the box in this group. I'm probably, if anything, playing a few French fries short of a Happy Meal compared to everyone else in this room. And I get up there and I start talking, and my friend who's like two or three levels higher up in the hierarchy of our agency, and he's sitting in the back room, and I'm looking at him, and he rolls his eyes, and I'm thinking, oh my God, what did I just say? And and so instead of thinking about what I was worried about how I was presenting, if I had said something wrong, completely lost track and ended up standing up there with nothing to say. And finally somebody asked me a question, because I had to go to the question thing, and got me kind of back on track. And oh, it was like a horrible, horrible way to end a career. And I don't normally worry about getting up in front of people and talk, and you know, it's kind of second nature anymore. But I do worry about getting interrupted. I do theater and whatnot, and it's the same thing. If I'm interrupted, I'm screwed. I have no idea where I am in my lines, and so yeah. Oh, mercy. And so that's my story today. We're going to be just fine. I think we're all still having fun. You must focus, Holly. If I could focus, I'm the person who is chasing squirrels while I'm doing anything. So you guys keep the politics out of my chat room. Oh my. I'm kidding. You guys talk about whatever you want. So yeah. So let's get back to kindness if we can. I don't know. I think it's going to be critical this year. Just be kind to people. Mindfully think about how we can improve their day. I think is a good way of trying to be of service. And it doesn't have to be people we know. Sometimes just smiling and saying hello to a person. And now, I mean, nobody can see more than this of our face in the wintertime. This is how much. But all right, check it out. You can always tell when somebody's smiling, right? Can you see that? But, if they're not smiling, yeah, it's pretty simple. You can read people's faces through just their eyes. Look people in the eyes and say hello to them. I love eye contact. That's a gift to me when somebody looks directly at me, and you can look back and see their soul, and that's what life is about. That's what meeting people and and so Marty's saying, what is Marty saying here? I'm talking about our own minds. Sometimes we are afraid to look at ourselves, to discipline ourselves, and we justify it as some kind of pseudo compassion. Yes. Yeah. But Sarah, I have never worn a burqa. But yeah, you guys are getting what I'm talking about, because the mask is very similar to the burqa. And so we can do this. We can. I mean, how else are we going to change the world? You know? I mean, I'm always about changing the world into a nicer place and more loving, more compassionate, more kind. And it all starts right here with, for me, it starts with me. For you, it starts with you. I'm Regina and you are you. I can't start you. You have to start you and I have to start me. And so I talk about this. And so what is critical for me is when I go out, is I actually start being kind or continue to be kind or however, but it's all on my shoulders. And if I'm sitting here talking the talk, I need to get out there when I do go out of the house and walk the walk. We talk about a lot of different things about what's going to make our life better on this channel. And so, we talk about gratitude. So in the mornings, I sit and I look out my window and I contemplate all the things I'm grateful for, and when I started doing that, my life started getting a lot better. And so, this is what happens when we talk about these spiritual principles and then we put them into action. Things change and they start changing with us, but people catch on that things are changing for us. They recognize the differences, and so then they like, oh, what are you doing? And so right on, Jamie. The inner peace and pair gifted from the spiritual world. Right on. Yeah. And so, this is what I hope for is that we can start walking the walk. And I mean, probably many of you folks are walking the walk already. And because I have no idea what anybody else does, I can only am responsible for what I do. But I like talking about this stuff and I like the feedback. And well, you saved part of that half acre for me, Miss Marty, and have Graham get started building my yurt. I'm kidding. Anyway, so it's all good. It's all good. This is how we do it. We talk about stuff and then we explore and we share with each other and so then things start getting better. What would have happened if there would have been a room like this years ago, and where we can create that space is the space where it's safe to go and share our innermost thoughts about gender, about orientation about life, and you know, and to have it be accepted, and then to have the people around you start talking about gratitude and kindness and love. You know, how great would that be? You know, how many of us had that in the past where you could just go and share? I mean, I never experienced it until I started, you know, into the rooms a little bit of recovery. And then it was not the same as what our room is here, you know, because quite frankly, when I transitioned, they basically um, locally here kind of forced me out of the room for a little while. I'm back now, but I mean, if we had rooms, trans camp at Marty's place years ago. Yeah, I found nothing like this place here now, and I yeah, exactly, Lara, and that's what we're we're trying to create, is that safe place where we can talk about these things and get comfortable and oh um, you know, and make it different for those who follow us, you know. um, I think I think that's the thing that we can do. Even, you know, this is not going to be the big earth-shattering deal. Me and my almost 100 subscribers now. I was like at 91 last night. I'm pushing 100. Who'll be my 100th subscriber? That'd be so cool. Um, but oh, soon I hope. Uh, well, thanks, Holly. You know what has been nice is your presence here. So we'll keep trying. Just keep showing up, and we'll see what we can do. Having a safe place and having an exchange of ideas and just keep doing the thing. We've got people from all over the world here today, and you know, that just thrills me to no end. And so I'm drinking the Columbia Patroness, Holly. So yeah, good coffee. Good. I'm real happy with it. uh, Jamie, if you do that, what if other people follow suit and they unsubscribe too, and then I'll be sitting here crying? Oh my gosh. Uh, that's funny though. Yeah, maybe the hundredth subscriber probably isn't watching to know that they get a prize. They get me. Oh, that's always something. Hey, thanks for dropping in, Marty. And we will see you soon, hopefully. Enjoy the rest of your retreat. Say hi to Graham for me. And you stay safe. Bye bye. So here we are. The oh dear. You meant to say I'm known internationally? Uh, so we have 2 international people here, or 3, counting Marty, and Lara's international too because they're Canada. So I guess, yeah, I guess I am known internationally. I'm easy to entertain with thoughts like that. Um, oh dear, life is just too good, too good. I mean, look at us here. What would it be like if we were all in the same room? I mean, a while back, we were all talking about meeting in Mexico City or someplace. Can you imagine what that would be like and how cool that would be? That would be such a hoot. I would so love to do that. And so I've got stuff and I've got stuff going on so that I might be able to start traveling again. And so that'd be way too cool, way too cool. And Transtastic. I love that. Love that. Oh, Lara, that was such a cool deal you sent out this morning too, I think it was. Or was it yesterday? You've sent something out here in the recent past. And people, that's the nice thing about social media is those cool things that people send out and a little less of the crap that we see. Oh dear. My dog's being good today too. He's just like lying low. He was so irritating yesterday. I was on here, not on YouTube, but going to a meeting, and he wanted in and out, in and out. And we'll get to go for a walk here in a little bit, and I feel to do that lots lately. It's about being kind, right? Yes. Yes. And hey, well, I'm glad you stopped in, Brianna. And thanks for and bring your friend next week. So yeah, if it's 1:00 here, it's what, 2 hours different where she's at? 3:00 there? Oh, mercy. I will when I see him again, Holly. Oh. Well, we've made an hour. I'm still just struggling here, but so somebody asked me a question that I'll answer. Let's keep this going. I don't really want to get off, but anybody got any questions? Oh, how about a parable reading? How about our Madman book? Little Khalil Gibran. So, oh my, that's too long. Here we go. Here's like the perfect one. The fox. A fox looked at his shadow at sunrise and said, I will have a camel for lunch today. And all morning he went about looking for camels. But at noon he saw his shadow again and he said, a mouse will do. I like that. Sometimes our perceptions change as the stresses. It's funny what perceptions will do for us. How about we just perceive kindness? How about the wise king? Once there ruled in the distant city of Wirani a king who was both mighty and wise. And he was feared for his might and loved for his freedom. Now, in the heart of that city was a well whose water was cool and crystalline, from which all the inhabitants drank, even the king and his courtiers, for there was no other well. One night, when all were asleep, a witch entered the city and poured 7 drops of strange liquid into the well and said, from this hour, he who drinks this water shall become mad. Next morning, all the inhabitants, save the king and his lord chamberlain, drank from the well and became mad, even as the witch had foretold. And during that day, the people in the narrow streets and in the marketplace did not but whisper to one another, the king is mad. Our king and his lord chamberlain have lost their reason. Surely we cannot be ruled by a mad king. We must dethrone him. That evening, the king ordered a golden goblet to be filled from the well. And when it was brought to him, he drank deeply and gave it to his lord chamberlain to drink. And there was great rejoicing in that distant city of Wirani because its king and its lord chamberlain had regained their reason. Well, there's some food for thought. Oh, my stars. What does that mean? Well, there's more perceptions. For all mad except for the sane ones, I rest my case. Things are not always as they seem. To the mad, the sane appear to be mad until they reach that same level of insanity. So, what are we talking about? Strength and hope here. Thank you, Sarah. I love it. You look beautiful in gold. I appreciate that. It's working for me, Holly. Are you having problems? Holly, right now, YouTube is only causing me difficulties in my own mind. You're all so sweet and kind. Are you saints? Yes, Sarah, we are saints. Interesting. Out of suffering have emerged the strongest souls. The most massive characters are seared with scars. That is also by Khalil Gibran. And that's why I started reading him right there. We all have our scars. And I think we're a pretty strong bunch of souls here. That's our experience, strength and hope. Amen. Holly quoted. Yeah. YouTube causes everyone difficulties. So we did a couple of readings. I'm feeling pretty good. I did today. And, I got a flute for Christmas. I'm learning to play. It brings me a lot of peace. Does anyone else play band flute or wood instruments, wind instruments? Sometimes I think as transsexuals, we can be mean to each other. We probably can. I think it doesn't really have to do with the fact that we're transsexuals. I think it has to do with the fact that we're human beings. And there was just a show done about that last weekend. And go to the Beyond Trans channel and check that out, Jamie. I found a flute here at the house and I could blow it, but I had no idea how to make it, the piccolo kind of flute. Are you a good player of wind instruments, Jamie? Oh my gosh, everybody's like a musician here now. I used to have a recorder back in the old days when I thought I could play harmonica too. I played harmonica for years and I thought I was pretty darn good. And I went to a Paul Butterfield concert and I don't know if any of you know who Paul Butterfield was. He was a young white blues man in the 60s and 70s, and he played a lot of harmonica and sang and always had a great band behind him. And I saw him and I thought, I'm as good as he is, and I never played again. So isn't that funny? Well, I see what you're saying, Jamie, and that's kind of what being kind is about, and so rather than purge it out of us, why don't we just try to be kind and have that meanness go away? I bought a guitar a couple, 2, 3 years ago to start playing again, and it boy, it just didn't work for me anymore. I could still do it kind of. I mean, I hadn't played for 40 years and it really, I just didn't want to work at it is quite the truth. There we go. A kazoo. Now there we could get a lesson on. Yeah, Holly, it's been forever since I played harmonica, and I don't know. I said here a minute ago that after having seen Paul Butterfield in 1970, I've not played the harmonica since then. So that would be what, 50 years now? Not going to happen. Oh, my stars, there's just all kinds of talents here. Oh gosh, you guys. Wow, that's pretty cool. You got your grandmother's guitar. Does it still playable? Um, yeah, I think the only instrument I'd really be picking up and playing is this one right here. I might get back to taking my singing lessons, but that required work too. I don't know. I think I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm just not willing to work very hard between roasting coffee and taking care of business. I just don't want to do very much, going for walks all the time. Um, yes, oh, cool. I'm glad it works. Um, well, if you can do one song, you're doing good. There you go. I would love to be the lead singer. I always wanted to be the lead singer, but didn't think that I could sing good enough. And now come find out I can't. But it won't keep me from trying, Casey. Will not keep me from trying. Oh, yeah. So, anyway, I think with my attempts at singing here, we should probably think about wrapping this up. And I've enjoyed today, even though I've been totally the Golden Girls. Oh, yeah. But yeah. What was the song I was going to do? I had to do, when I was doing the singing lessons, I had to pick out a song to do, and I was going to do Fever. The old Peggy Lee song from 1953 or something like that. And you never know how much I love you, never know how much I care. When you put your arms around me, I get a fever that's so hard to bear. You give me fever in the morning, fever all through the night. Fever. Anyway, goes something like that. And so we put a nice mellow jazz vibe to it all, and we can carry on, So yeah, don't tell me how great my voice is. Oh gosh. Oh, you guys. It's nothing. Oh. Anyway. So we have digressed into me singing, and so that's a surefire indication that it's probably time to go. Oh really? I did not know all that. We can take over the blues genre. Now you're talking. Now you're talking, Casey. That's my kind of music there. Oh dear. Oh yeah, the chat really conveys how well we sing. Oh gosh. Anyway, love you all. Sorry about my discombobulated attitude today. I hope that we got something out of it. The you know, the really the secret is just be nice to each other, be kind, and you know, our life improves, and so you know, I just want you to love each other, to love. Open those hearts and let the love come out. We are loving awareness. And love you all so much. You make my day whenever we do this. And thank you so much for being part of this show. Subscribe, like our chat. We've only got 8 likes so far. And you know, we'll talk to you next week. I'll hopefully do better about setting this up, and we can have more fun. So take care. Much love to everyone, and have a good week. Bye-bye.